Hello guys and welcome back to a new Destiny 1 quick tutorial. Today I'll just show you a quick cheese spot for the Nightfall slash strike, the Echo Chamber, which is a Nightfall in rotation for this week. The walkthrough tutorial is already up in the channel if you want to go take a look. Anywho, so let's begin. This is a very quick and easy cheese and it's for the final boss. Pretty much what we want to do is complete the whole strike up until this point right before the boss fight, and once we do this cheese it's pretty much a win, like we completed the Nightfall. So let's begin. Once we get here we're gonna have some harpies. We want to kill them and clear the room, and once we clear the harpies, then this guy will be in its cage or whatever it is, and we gotta switch the course for him or it or they or them or she to come out of the thing. So before we do that, I want to show you the cheese. The cheese, it's pretty simple. It's very hard for you to mess this up. So we're gonna use a very specific placement, and that would be this pillar to my right. We want to pretty much align ourselves with the pillar, maybe a little bit back, around this like little spot in the ground, like this little, you know, this dust thing. And by doing this, we're gonna glitch the boss, and he won't be able to either attack us or go into psycho mode, where he covers his eye and starts shooting like a machine gun. So let's take a look. We gotta pick up the core. We stitch up the core. We come back to the pillar, around here, around the smudge in the ground. That should be fine. And then he's coming out, and what usually would happen is that he would come, he would see you, he would turn into psycho mode and machine gun and close his eye. As you can see right now, he's not doing any of that. You're gonna have to deal with 2 waves of enemies before we can start damaging the boss. But it's pretty simple. There's one that appears right in front of you, and then one that spawns all the way to the back. Let's just wait for them so I can keep explaining this cheese. There we go. There's like 4 enemies usually. 2, 3, 4. I think that should be it. Yep, that's it. That's all. Oh, nope, I was wrong. There we go. So as you can see, she looks very happy. She's just like so in love with us, and she just can't stop looking at us. And it doesn't matter what you do, she won't do anything. She won't move as long as you stay here. If you move, which I'll show you once I'm done explaining the cheese, this cheese won't work anymore, and then the strike would continue as normally. What do I use for damage? Usually when I'm playing strikes, I would take advantage of the modifiers. Let's say if there's small arms and solar, I would use something with a primary with solar magazine. And I don't know, if there's like grenade recharge, I would use like any class that allows me to spam my grenades. But for example, this week we don't have great modifiers for damage. We only have Brawler, which increases the damage that you can do or deal with your melee, which is not very useful. So in this case, I would use weapons that gives me back ammo, so it lets me keep shooting constantly, right? That means Chaos Dogma. As you can see right here, if I land more than 3 precision shots, I get 1 bullet back into the chamber. I would use, for example, the Ex Machina, because you can shoot it pretty quickly and then reload pretty quickly as well. Once I would be done with the Ex Machina, I would totally use the Icebreaker. So while I'm shooting with my primary, the Icebreaker is just reloading itself, so I have infinite ammo. Because as I mentioned before, we cannot move from this spot, so we won't be able to get any more ammo, and no more enemies would appear either. So yeah, the Icebreaker comes in handy. And then for the heavy, I would use something like the machine gun from the Wrath of Machine raid, the Eve Materia, which returns 1 bullet into the magazine if you land several precision shots, as I can show you right now. You see? So yeah, it's pretty much the build that I would use. For my super, I would usually use a Sun Singer just to get that extra damage with the burning thing. And yeah, for the supers, I think the only two that we can activate would be Sunsinger and Stormcaller. I don't think you would be able to do Void Walker because that would move you out of place, and that would maybe trigger this guy to go into Psycho mode. As for the other characters, Titan, I would think that the hammers are fine. Of course, the Arc super won't be you won't be able to use, and the bubble you can use, but that wouldn't make sense because then you wouldn't be able to shoot this guy. For the hunter, the arc super, again, I think you could totally activate it, but it's just like not useful because you would need to move, and then this guy would go into psycho mode. The tether, I think that should be okay. Maybe be careful because that would move you out of place. And of course the golden gun, it's okay. So yeah, pretty much you gotta just stay here and then shoot him and then wait for him to die. That's it, that's all. That's why I was saying once you reach the boss fight room, it's pretty much call it a day. You won, that's it. You have nothing else to do than shooting this guy until he dies, or her, or they, or them. So yeah, let me show you now what happens if we move. If we kind of move away or past this pillar, this guy, there we go, turns into psycho mode, and now you won't be able to shoot at him. You can see that it has like a shield or something, and then he goes into machine gun mode, and that's it. The only way to kind of keep damaging him would be continuing with the strike as normally, switching the cores, waiting for him to open his eye, and then shooting at him, and you know how it goes. So yep, it's very useful, very easy to do. You don't need to learn any hard jumps, or you don't need any specific loadout for this. Just a very simple spot in the map. And yep, thank you very much guys for watching this video. I hope it was very useful for you. If it was, just help the channel with a like, with a subscription if you're not subscribed, share it with more friends, comment what would you like to see in this channel. And yeah, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next one.